right, Alice. By 6 p.m. we'll be in New York City.
Oh, no.
What's the matter, Alice?
I forgot to call Dad and tell him where we're staying.
You told them we'd call when we got to New York. You can tell Charlie then.
Oh, I guess you're right. So what's on the agenda for this vacation we're taking?
Oh, you're going to love this vacation. Well, after we get to Chicago, we got to change planes, of course, but after that, it's off to New York City. At 6 p.m. tonight, we land at JFK and we take a cab to the Waldorf Astoria Hotel.
Jim?
Oh, I know, it sounds extravagant and expensive, but nothing is too good for the girl I married 20 years ago. Now, after we get to the hotel, the first thing we'll do is...
Call home.
Yes, you can tell Charlie where we're staying and talk to the kids and tell them we had a safe flight and that we love them.
Yes, dear.
I haven't even gotten to the good part yet.
All right, go on.
Well, here's where the exciting part begins. After we get to the hotel, we'll both go inside, get dressed up, go out for a night on the town. At 9 p.m. tonight, I'm going to take you to the Big Apple restaurant for a dinner like you've never had before in your life. We'll have the finest restaurant and sweetest music and the finest food.
Not to mention the biggest bill you've ever had to pay in your whole life.
Alice, I've paid out my credit cards. My limits are back up again.
All right. Go on.
Well, after dinner, we'll go dancing. Dance till midnight.
Oh, it sounds divine. What are we going to do tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Oh, we'll take a ride on the Staten Island Ferry. Visit the Statue of Liberty. On Wednesday, we'll visit the Chrysler Building. Thursday, we'll tour the World Trade Center and the UN Building. And on Friday, we're going to take in a Broadway musical.
A Broadway musical? I love Broadway musicals. Which one?
Phantom of the Opera.
I love Phantom of the Opera. I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Okay, and I saved the best for last. On Saturday, the grand finale, we're going to stop by and do a little shopping at Macy's.
There's a department store? On 34th Street?
That's right. Clearances are everywhere. We'll shop till we drop. Then we'll have a quiet dinner at the Star Club. After that, we'll hit the Empire State Building. Go clear to the very top floor. Look out over the entire city.
And after that?
After that, who cares? On Saturday, we'll just take it easy. Perhaps a stroll through Central Park. And of course, on Monday, we catch a flight back home.
Oh, sounds like a wonderful vacation. Planned it all yourself? Did you bring the American Express traveler's checks?
Oh, no. I left home without them. but I brought my credit cards.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, what a vacation this is going to be. I can hardly wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention, please? We'd like to welcome you aboard Global American's Flight 204 with nonstop service to Chicago, continuing on to Boston. Will you please remove the safety pamphlet from the seat back in front of you and follow along as we explain the safety features of the Boeing 737-200 jet. At this time, we'd like to ask you to please fasten your seatbelt as we'll be taking off shortly. To fasten your seatbelt, simply slip the buckle into the latch like so until you hear it click. To unfasten your seatbelt, simply lift up on the latch. In the event that we should encounter a sudden loss in cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will automatically drop from a compartment above your seat. For those of you traveling with small children, please stop screaming, put your mask on first, then place the child's mask over his or her mouth and nose. Keep the cord fully extended to maintain the flow of oxygen. Although the bag may not fully inflate, rest assured there's plenty of oxygen flowing through to the mask. Should it become necessary for us to evacuate this aircraft, please take note of our 4 main exits, each equipped with an inflatable chute. There are 2 at the front of our airplane, 2 at the back, along with 2 additional emergency exits located over each wing. Please remember, in a life or death situation, the nearest exit to you may be behind you. In the event of a water landing, the cushion you're sitting on may be removed from your seat and used as a flotation device. This concludes our announcement of safety features. Please remember that all Global American flights are non-smoking flights. Anyone caught smoking will be asked to step out on the wing where you can take advantage of our patio furniture and enjoy our in-flight movie, Gone with the Wind. Once again, we'd like to thank you for flying Global American. Have a pleasant flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of Global American Airlines, we'd like to welcome you aboard Flight 204 to Chicago, continuing on to Boston. Our flight to Chicago will last approximately 2 hours. We thought you might like to know we will be cruising at an altitude of 30,000 feet and at a speed of 520 miles per hour. As soon as we reach our cruising altitude, the flight attendants will begin serving lunch. Lunch today will be a choice between chicken salad and lasagna. Thank you for flying Global American, and we hope that you enjoy your flight.
Ooh, chicken salad sounds good. What are you going to have?
Me? Nothing. I want to make sure I'm hungry for our feast tonight.
That's not for ours.
Yeah, the prices we're paying at the Big Apple restaurant, I'm going to make sure nothing spoils my dinner. But you do what you want.
I guess it won't hurt to miss one meal.
That's my girl. Are we going to splurge tonight? Well, We're really doing it.
Doing what?
We're finally taking that second honeymoon we always talked about.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. We seem to have run into some rainy weather and a bit of a headwind. We will be getting into Chicago about 20 minutes later than expected. We hope that this does not inconvenience you, especially those of you who have a connecting flight. Again, we apologize for any inconvenience, and we hope you'll fly Global American again.
That's nice that he apologizes, but we happen to be one of those with a connecting flight to New York. Excuse me, miss.
Is something the matter, sir?
Yes, I'd like to know if we'll arrive in time to catch the 3:30 flight to New York.
Sir, I know we're about 20 minutes late getting into Chicago, but that shouldn't be any cause for concern. You see, we arrive at gate 20, and the flight leading to New York departs from gate 21. So it's just a matter of getting to the next gate on time. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, sir. I don't mean to be rude, but I couldn't help overhearing.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch your name.
The name is Racker, Ferris Racker.
Oh, well, Mr. Acker, or may I call you Ferris?
Oh, please do.
Well, Ferris, I'm Jim Baxter.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
This is my wife, Alice.
How do you do?
Hi, thank you, Alice. It's nice to meet you, too.
Now, what is it you were saying?
Well, as I was about to say, and just to set your mind at ease, I've flown these airlines at least 100 times before, and it seems like they seldom, if ever, arrive at their scheduled destination on time. But even if you should miss your regularly scheduled flight, you should be able to catch an alternate flight to New York.
Really? Are you going to New York, too?
No, I'm staying on this plane on the way to Boston.
What are you doing in Boston?
Well, I have a favorite nephew there that I haven't seen in a few years. He promised to show me around Beantown, and I promised to take him camping. What were you going to New York for?
Well, my wife and I are sort of taking a second honeymoon.
Well, that sounds great. I hope you both enjoy the Big Apple.
All right. You have a good time in Boston with your nephew.
Thanks. Now, excuse me. I want to have a word with that flight attendant.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Flight 309 to New York City. Enjoy your flight.
20 minutes late getting into Chicago. Alice, you know, we might have missed this flight.
Well, we did miss this flight. Anyway, it helped out a lot knowing that this flight was just one gate over.
Yes, but what if it hadn't been the next gate over? What if it had been some 15 down the line? You know, I might just sue this airline for every red cent they have. Miss?
Did you want something, sir?
I'd like to know if we're going to arrive in New York on time.
Yes, sir. We expect a 6 p.m. arrival at JFK. Would you like something to drink?
No, we'll not have any.
I'd like some orange juice. After all, it's been hours since we had breakfast.
All right, Alice. My wife would like an orange juice.
And what about you, sir?
No, thank you.
All right, that's all. We'll be right back with your orange juice meal.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We will have just a slight delay before landing. The air traffic controller informs us that there are 15 other planes that are scheduled to land ahead of us. So it will be another 35 minutes before we land.
35 minutes? Alice, you realize we won't even be on the ground until 6:35? That does it. I'm going to talk to the pilot.
Oh, Jim, please don't make waves.
Oh, don't try and stop me. I'm just going to find out what's going on.
Sir, you really shouldn't be up here right now. We'll be landing in just a few minutes.
Oh, no, that's not just a few minutes. A few minutes is 5 or maybe 10 at the most. The pilot just said we'd be landing in 35 minutes. Now I want to talk to him.
I know you do, sir, but passengers really aren't allowed in the cockpit during the flight.
Well, then maybe you could tell me what's with all these delays.
Sir, we're in the middle of what we call air traffic rush hour. It's like rush hour on the freeway. It happens all the time at JFK. It even happens at LaGuardia. We just need to wait until it's our turn to land. Now, please return to your seats.
All right. Say.
What did the pilot say?
Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears we'll be flying into some turbulence, so the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign, which will probably remain on for the duration of your flight. Once the plane is safely on the ground, please remain in your seats with your seatbelt securely fastened until The plane comes to a complete stop, at which time you can resume your mad dash to the door. Once again, we'd like to thank you for flying Global Americans. Have a nice day.
I didn't talk to the pilot. Oh, I hope I don't get sick.
Oh, relax. It's just a little turbulence. You were saying?
I didn't talk to the pilot. I talked to the flight attendant.
And she said?
She said we're in the middle of air traffic rush hour. Said it happens all the time.
So why are you so upset?
Who's upset? Just because we have reservations for 9 p.m. for practically the best restaurant in New York, I am not upset. It's 6:35. Why are we not on the ground yet? They said we'd land by 6:35, huh?
Relax. Anything. Wait, I think we're landing.
You think we're landing? What makes you think we're landing? Do you see the ground coming up or buildings getting larger?
No, I don't see much of anything but shades of white and gray.
Shades of white and gray? That really says we're landing. Let me tell you something else. Shades of white and gray do not necessarily mean we're landing. They just mean we're flying through a cloud.
But I don't think the pilots fly through clouds unless they're landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain again. It appears that we are flying through a cloud. It is because we've run into quite a bit of fog up here, so we will not land at JFK. The air traffic controllers have diverted us to LaGuardia, so it may be another half hour before we land. So just hang in there and we'll be on the ground ASAP. Sorry for this inconvenience.
All right, Alice. I don't think pilots usually fly through the clouds unless they're landing. What about that announcement, huh?
What? So I was wrong? It's not my fault the weather turned out the way it did. Anyway, he said we'd be landing in a half an hour.
Oh, no. He did not say we'd be landing in half an hour. He said we'd be on the ground as soon as possible, which could be any time between half an hour and the time we run out of fuel. And crash, which also means we'll die. So by tomorrow, our family will be planning a funeral. Yep. I was right. They said half an hour. It's been 2 hours. It's now 8:30. Oh, we should have been at the hotel by now. Oh, look out the window. It's already starting to get dark.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. We are very sorry to inconvenience you like this, but apparently the fog has gotten a lot worse. Everything is socked in and every airport is closed from New York to Philadelphia, so the only possible city that we could land in is Pittsburgh. Once again, let us just apologize for this inconvenience, and we hope you'll fly with us again.
Oh, yeah? Well, here's one passenger who will never fly this airline again. Did you hear that, Alice? Pittsburgh! We're going to Pittsburgh!
Yes, Jim. We're going to Pittsburgh.
2.5 hours! We circled New York City for 2.5 hours, only to find out we're going to Pittsburgh? That does it. Next time we fly Delta. Alice, how is it possible that our luggage was not on the carousel?
How can I make it any more clear? Our luggage was not on the carousel. I know if our luggage was on the carousel.
Well, there must be some logical explanation. Luggage doesn't just disappear. Do you remember what we had?
Of course I do. You had the blue garment bag and I had the brown suitcase.
That's correct. Now, would you look through all those bags and see if any of them could be ours?
All of them could be ours, but none of them are.
This is ridiculous. Those bags shouldn't be lost. I saw those bags get loaded on our plane in Denver.
Oh, a lot of baggage looks alike. Maybe you saw someone else's being loaded.
Oh, Alice, don't you think I know what our luggage looks like? If I say I saw our luggage get loaded on the plane, then I saw it get loaded on the plane.
All right, look, here's a bench. Let's just sit down like the nice man at the baggage claim told us to do and wait for our names to be called.
All right, Alice. I'm going to sit. But not because the nice man at the baggage claim told us to. I'm going to sit because I'm tired. I have the constitutional right to sit or stand wherever or whenever I want to. It's what living in a free country is all about. It's why those men died over 200 years ago in Valley Forge. They give me this right so I can sit or stand.
Well, 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 look who's here.
Do I know you?
Sure you do. I'm the man who sat next to you on the plane out of Denver.
You're that Racker guy.
That's right, Ferris Racker.
I remember you now. What happened? I thought you were going to Boston.
Well, when it got too foggy to land in Boston, the pilot said we'd have to come to Pittsburgh, and so here I am. Forgive me, I forgot your names.
Oh, it's Baxter. I'm Jim Baxter. And you, of course, remember my wife, Alice.
We were just talking about all those men who died over 200 years ago at Valley Forge, so that Jim could have the constitutional right to sit or stand wherever he wants to.
Alice!
You mind if I sit? My feet are killing me.
No, go right ahead.
Thanks. It's so good to see you again, Mrs. Baxter.
Oh, it's so nice to see you again, too, Mr. Cracker.
What happened with you? I thought you would be in New York by now.
Well, like you, the pilot said because of the fog we'd have to land in Pittsburgh. Did you lose your luggage too?
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what happened.
Same here. Isn't that just like these airlines? First they don't get you where you want to go, and then they lose your luggage.
Yeah, don't I know it? So how long you been sitting here?
Mr. Ferris Racker?
Ah, that's me. Excuse me.
You got it.
We apologize for the inconvenience, sir. Your luggage is right over there.
Oh, well, so it is. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Would you mind signing right here?
Oh, by all means.
Thank you, sir. There's your ticket.
Oh, thanks. Is there anything else?
No, sir, you can take your luggage and go. Once again, we apologize for any inconvenience.
Oh, that's quite all right. Good luck.
Mr. Jim Baxter,
Oh, yes, ma'am.
we found your luggage.
Oh, good. Where is it?
Chicago?
What is our luggage doing in Chicago?
Just sitting there doing nothing.
Sorry, Ellen.
I apologize. I couldn't help myself. Let me explain to y'all what happened.
Yes, please explain.
Well, apparently somebody wrote on the tags Denver to Chicago, but forgot to write to New York City. So when y'all landed in Chicago, the baggage boys there looked at the tags and assumed that Chicago was your final destination. So they didn't put your bags on the next plane, they put it on the carousel instead.
Well, then how did they know that our luggage was supposed to go to New York?
Well, when you told the baggage guy that your luggage was missing, you also had to tell him where you were stopping out from, Denver, plus any connecting flights like Chicago and your final destination, New York City. Y'all remember giving him that information, don't you?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Well, then he gives all that information to me, and I get on the horn with all the various cities and airports and tell them what you told me. That's why it's so important that you give us as much information as you can, see?
Yes, I see. Now, this may be a little bit out of your field of expertise, but would you happen to know if there are any flights to New York?
Well, seeing as how there's still pea soup in New York, my guess would be no.
Just my luck.
But there is a train station about 10 miles down the road. The last train to New York leaves in about 20 minutes, but if y'all catch a cab and you step on it, you might be able to make it there in 15.
Alice, let's go.
Y'all want to go to Pitt Station, Lexington, and 3rd?
Gotcha. Pitt Station, Lexington, and first. Let's go.
3rd!
Oh. All right, Alice. I think that's the last train to New York. I'll ask this gentleman over here just to make sure.
Okay, but I really need to use the ladies' room.
Alice, the train leaves in 5 minutes. There's a restroom on the train. Could you wait 5 minutes?
I guess.
Excuse me, sir. My wife and I'd like to get to New York. We heard this was the last train to New York. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's the last train to New York.
Thank you.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
We're getting on this train. We're going to New York.
Not on that train, you're not.
But I thought you said this was the last train to New York.
That is the last train to New York. But there's a transit strike on. There aren't any buses or trains running for who knows how long.
In Pittsburgh?
In all of Pennsylvania. Even the garbage men went on strike in sympathy for the buses and the trains.
All right. Let me get this straight. New York City is pea soup and fog, so flying is out. There are no buses or trains running, so there's no way we can go that route. In a nutshell, there's no way to get to New York. We're stranded, Alice. We're stranded in Pittsburgh, and I have no idea for how long.
All right, but can I go use the ladies' room now?
Go right ahead. Take all the time you want. It's not like we're going anywhere anytime soon.
Excuse me. Can you tell me where the restroom is, please?
Yes, ma'am. Right up those stairs, first door on the right.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. If there's a transit strike on, how come you're working?
Well, you see, it's like this. When I was first hired, I was given a choice whether or not to join the union. Well, the union benefits weren't that important to me, so I decided not to join. I'm not a union member, so therefore I'm not allowed to go on strike. Hey, but on the other hand, I don't have to pay union dues.
Thank you for your little story. Now, could you tell me if there's a hotel and a restaurant anywhere near here?
Oh, why, sure. Just down 3rd Street, if you go about 2 miles, you'll find a Bradford Hotel and a Giorgio's Cafe.
Okay. Can I assume, seeing how I just caught a taxi a little while ago to here, that the taxi service is not on strike?
Yeah, that's right. All the cab companies in Pittsburgh are privately owned. They're non-union, so they can't strike either.
Good. Then we'll take a taxi to the Bradford Hotel.
At this time of night, not a chance. You know that taxi you just got out of?
Yeah.
Well, I was willing to bet you were the last customer.
Last customer?
Yeah, all the cabbies seem to go off duty about 11 p.m. If you want to get to that Bradford Hotel, you probably have to walk since there won't be a taxi for a few hours. Hey, if you hurry, I think you can make it in about an hour.
Did you get us a hotel and a restaurant?
Yes, I did. About 2 miles down 3rd Street, there's a Bradford Hotel and a Giorgio's Cafe. Can I assume that they're both on the same side of the street?
Oh, yes, you may, and yes, they are.
Thank you.
Oh, let's get a taxi to take us there.
Alice, we can't get a taxi to take us there.
Can you get a taxi to take us there?
That's what I just said. We can't get a taxi to take us there.
Why can't we get a taxi to take us there? We got a taxi to bring us here. Are they on strike too?
No, they are not on strike like the others. They're non-union. They're not allowed to go on strike. But they go off duty at 11 p.m. I'll explain on the way to the hotel. Let's get walking.
Oh, but can I call Dad? He's probably worried sick. We should have called him hours ago. You can think that we're dead by now, and I'll make it short. Hello, operator. I'd like to make a collect call, please. Area code. Oh, just a minute.
Area code's 303.
Just a minute. I just about have it.
It's 303.
Here it is. 303-795-0814. She's dialing. Hello, Dad. It's me. No, it's not Stephanie. He gets like this when he's tired.
I'm tired too.
Listen, Dad, I don't have a lot of time, so can I please make this brief? Sounds a little groggy. She must have just gotten up from a nap. What was that, Dad? You've just woken up from a long nap and you're a bit groggy. I thought so. Oh no, we didn't miss the plane out of Denver. No, we didn't miss the plane out of Chicago either. Look, Dad, just give me a little time. I can tell you why it took us so long.
If you'll let me explain, we'll get out of here before Christmas.
I'm on the phone.
Running up such a big bill.
What was that, Dad? Oh, I know we should have called a long time ago, but we've run into some problems. Well, first there was something called air traffic rush hour. Yes, and then the fog rolled in and we had to land in Pittsburgh. And then they lost our luggage in Chicago. Well, because someone misread the tabs and then they... Dad, can I just explain that later? Thank you. Anyway, a nice man man at the baggage claim told us that we could catch a train to New York City. So we caught a taxi to Pitt Station. But when we got there, the station employee said that there were no trains going out of Pitt Station because of a transit strike. I don't know, maybe the taxis are non-union. Dad, I really don't know why the station employee was working. Why don't we talk about that when I get home? Okay. So how are the children? Are they fine? The movies? Oh, well, I guess we've said all we need to. Remember, I love you. Okay, I'll see you in a week. All right. Bye.
Alice, if we're gonna get a place to stay tonight, we've got to get going. Come on. Alice!
Gotta go.
Oh! Please do not close your doors on us. If you only knew what we've been through.
Oh, Giorgio Zaccarini not have to know. Giorgio Zaccarini gotta guess. You look a soak. You look away. You look a soaking away. You also look a tired. I can tell you've been through a lot. I'll tell you what. For you, I stay open another half an hour, eh? Never let it be said that Giorgio Zaccarini didn't have a heart of a compassion, eh?
Mr. Zucchini, is it my imagination or do you have an accent of some kind?
You making fun of my accent? I was born in Sicily and lived there till I was 10 years old. Then Mama and Papa and I will move to Verona where we live for another 10 years. Then I move here where I live for the past 15 years. God bless America, I always say. Now, what can I get for you two, eh?
What sounds good to you, dear?
Steak sandwich combo sounds good.
I think I'll have the same.
I'm sorry, sir, but I just cleaned the grill. No hot food until tomorrow morning.
You mean we can only have cold dishes?
Precisely so.
All right, I'll have the Italian sub. What would you like?
Cold cut combo?
Okay.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm fresh out of the cold subs.
Is there anything else you'd like, Alice?
Chicken salad always sounds good.
All right, 2 chicken salads.
Again, I'm very sorry, sir, but I'm fresh out of the chicken salad, too.
Alice?
Turkey club?
2 turkey clubs, please. Don't tell me. Let me guess, you're out of turkey clubs as well. Would you mind telling me something that you're not out of?
I'm gonna let you have a cheese sandwich, eh?
All right, 2 cheese sandwiches.
I'm sorry, sir, but I only have a 1 cheese sandwich left. After you eat your cheese sandwich, that's it. I was very busy today. Lots of moolah. I didn't know you were gonna come in so late, eh?
What do you have for my wife?
She can have let me see now.
Hurry up!
Aw, don't get cross with me. She can have a peanut butter on a white bread, eh?
It's about time.
Anything to drink.
What would you like to drink?
Hot cocoa sounds really good right now.
2 hot cocos.
I'm sorry, sir, but I only have a 1 cup left. I need to clean the cocoa maker, eh?
Here we go again. All right, I'll have a Pepsi.
I'm sorry, sir, I don't have a Pepsi.
You mean you're out of that too?
No, never did have a Pepsi. Everybody prefers a Coke.
Okay, I'll have a Coke.
I'm sorry, sir, I'm a fresh out of Coke.
Can you tell me something that you have?
Water?
All right, I'll have a glass of water.
You sure about the water?
What's wrong with the water?
Well, maybe nothing. But they said on the news it may contain some strange...
I'll take my chances. Oh.
Very well, but it's your funeral.
Just bring the food.
Dokie?
Really, Alice? You think that a restaurant, even this time of night, would have something to eat?
Well, he said they were very busy today.
Do you think we could at least get something to eat?
We are getting something to eat. You're getting a cheese sandwich and I'm getting a peanut butter on white.
Here you go. One cheese sandwich for you, and for you, peanut butter on a white. Eat the hearty.
Wait a minute.
What?
What's that?
That's your water.
Judging by the color, I'd say tea is a more appropriate name.
If you want to call it tea, call it a tea.
Just go and don't come back until you bring the check.
Very well, I'll leave you in your peace.
Oh. I think I'll just eat the cheese sandwich and skip the water. I was hoping we'd be at the Big Apple restaurant right now. This fall vacation has just turned into a real disaster. That peanut butter must be awful sticky. Oh, I'm really sorry.
Jim, it's not your fault that things have turned out the way they did. It's just the way all the circumstances have been presented. Anyway, you did manage to keep one promise that you made me.
What promise was that?
That you'd take me out for a dinner like I've never had before in my entire life. I never had peanut butter with hot cocoa and at 12:30 in the morning on top of that.
How's the dinner, eh? Okay.
Considering that we were planning on eating at the Big Apple restaurant in New York, I guess it's fine.
Very good. How about your check?
Yes, I would like to check.
Here you go.
$7? That's outrageous. You gotta be kidding. I won't pay that.
Hey, you no pay, you no eat here no more. That's very good food. Good quality cheese. Very good peanut butter.
Oh, but $7?
Yes. $2.50 for the peanut butter on the white bread. $3.50 for the cheesy sandwich. 75 cents for the cocoa and 25 cents for the water.
25 cents for water that's brown and nasty?
Hey, they call it a tea and the 10 cents extra.
Let's go. There's your $7.
What? No tip?
At these prices, the tip should be included.
Hey, the tax is included.
All right, Alice, here we are, the Bradford Hotel, Pittsburgh. At long last, you'll be able to get a hot shower and a good night's sleep. There's the clerk's desk. I'll ring for a clerk, okay? Yes, are you a clerk?
No, sir, I'm the hotel manager.
I see. Well, my wife and I, we'd like a room for the night.
Jim,
Oh, a room for the night. Well, good. Well, do you have a reservation?
I'm extremely tired.
Alice, soon you'll be sleeping like a log. Just sit down. What is it you were saying?
I was asking if you had a reservation.
Yes, we do. We do have a reservation at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York. On the way to New York, there was fog. The pilot had to land here in Pittsburgh. No, we don't.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but without a reservation, you may not have a room.
Do not turn us away. If you only knew what we've been through.
You could have been through hell back. My heart bleeds. But my hands are tied. We're all full up. I'd like to give you a room for the night, but there's a convention in town tonight. Besides, I don't have any rooms. Every Holiday Inn and Best Western and Red Roof Inn, Comfort, Quality, Clarity Inn, Days Inn, Sleep Inn, Super 8, Motel 6, they're all booked to the max.
A convention? What kind of convention?
It's a veterinarian's convention, sir.
Animal doctors! What? Do animals have some kind of constitutional rights that humans don't?
It would appear to be that way, wouldn't it? If you like, you can sleep in my lobby. I don't recommend it. As you can see, I don't even have a couch.
No, thank you.
I
Jim,
didn't think so.
what are we going to do?
Alice, I don't know. In all of Pittsburgh, 50,000 dog doctors decide to take up rooms that we could be sleeping in ourselves. And with the kind of luck we've been having, I wouldn't be surprised if we couldn't even find a room at the Red Cross shelter.
Yoo-hoo! Sir. Yes, you, sir. Oh, don't be afraid. I do not bite. Hey, who's the tomato?
I'm his wife. What do you want?
First of all, let me apologize. If I offended you in any way, I am sorry. I didn't know she was your wife.
That's all right. Now, what is it you wanted to say to me?
Well, it just so happens I know of a hotel not far from here that has a vacancy tonight. The rooms, they're not luxurious, but they are clean. The beds are spacious and comfortable. At the very least, I can guarantee a good night's sleep.
Wait a minute. How can there be a vacancy when the manager told us there's a convention in town and all the hotels and motels in Pittsburgh are booked up?
Well, first of all, this hotel is kind of hard to find, so I will have to take you there myself. Second, not many people know this hotel, so they don't get a lot of business. Just enough to put food on the table, keep them in business, you know? So what do you say? Will you trust me?
Oh, Alice, I don't know.
Oh, it's so sad no one trusts anybody anymore. Here I try to help two people who are down on their luck and they don't trust me. Oh well, I tried my best.
Oh, wait. We trust you. Don't we, Jim?
I guess so. Take us to this hotel that's kind of hard to find.
Oh, I knew you would trust me. You won't regret this. Come on.
Excuse me, ma'am, but exactly where is this hotel?
Shut up!
I beg your pardon.
Lady, I said shut up.
She has a gun.
I can see that, Alice.
That's very good, lady. Now, can you guess what is inside the gun?
There's bullets in the gun.
I'm aware of that, Alice.
Right again. You know, for a blonde girl, you're quite smart.
Hey, watch it.
I suggest you watch it.
Yes, what do we say?
Don't ever make a woman with a gun angry.
Now would be a very good time for you to listen to your wife, James.
Alice, from now on, I'll listen to every word you say.
Shut up! And get your hands where I can see them. Both of you do as you're told, and you will not get hurt. Lay down on the ground, face down. Now!
But I gotta
Do it! Now, give me your wallet. I say now! Now both of you stay where you are until I am long gone, and don't say anything for at least 20 minutes. Bye now.
Jim, are they gone?
I don't know. I am still looking at the ground. Yes, they're gone.
What do we do?
10,000 policemen in Pittsburgh. Not one of them comes to our rescue. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Since they won't come to us, we'll come to them. We'll find a police station. We'll go in there, we'll tell them everything that happened. And then we'll go sleep under some overpass somewhere. Because all the hotels in Pittsburgh are full up. But it doesn't make any difference because neither one of us has any money.
I have a nickel.
Oh!
Buonasera! Seems like this vacation isn't going so well, so nothing's gonna happen in about 10 minutes, so I'll tell you what, eh? We have maybe a 10-minute intermission, eh? Now, for those of you needing the facilities, eh? They're over yonder, okay? Ladies is the first, gentlemen is the second. For those of you who would like a pop or a candy bar, eh? They're over there. But you cannot go that way. You go right through that curtain there. Walk clear around. Get your popcorn or your candy or whatever, and sit back down. Now you only have 10 minutes, so I suggest you hurry. Well, that's it. Eat the hearty.
All of this walking is really taking its toll. I don't think I can do it much longer.
I'm tired of walking too. But with a transit strike on and no cabs running for another 5 hours, what else can I do? We're just fortunate that the police station was only half a mile away.
Oh, we got lost 5 times and had to ask for directions 4 times before we even found the police station.
You asked for directions, I didn't. Besides, we finally did find the police station.
But it should have only taken us 10 minutes instead of a half an hour. Not to mention there's not any policemen here to talk to.
We'll just have to wait until an officer does arrive.
Oh, well, hello, folks, and what can I do for you?
Oh, officer, I'm glad to see you. Let me tell you what happened. My wife and I, we couldn't get a room in any of your hotel because of the convention in town. Well, this nice lady with a black hat and dark clothes told us where we could find this hotel. It's kind of hard to find and nobody knows about. Supposedly it's located just 2 blocks from the Bradford Hotel, Pittsburgh, in a dark alley.
Wait a minute, did you say the Bradford Hotel, Pittsburgh?
That's right.
Located on the corner of 3rd and Jefferson?
I believe that's where the Bradford Hotel is located.
And right next to that Bradford Hotel, on the same side of the street, is a little diner run by an Italian named Giorgio's Cafe.
Well, my wife and I just ate there. Not very much, but we did eat there.
And you say that motel that no one knows anything about is located just 2 blocks from that Bradford Hotel in a dark alley?
That's right.
Ooh. I used to patrol every square inch of that neighborhood. I know every alley, every street, every business and building by its first name. And there isn't a motel or a hotel within 2 miles of that Bradford Hotel.
Well, we know that now, but we didn't know it then.
You were in that neighborhood?
Yes.
That just happens to be the worst, the cruddiest, the most dangerous neighborhood in all of Pittsburgh. Even Freddy Krueger would be afraid of going there. It's a miracle you both are still alive.
Well, aren't you the talk of hope and sunshine?
But it's true. That neighborhood is just growing with gangs and murders and thieves and drug dealers and crack houses.
Doesn't that just sound like the kind of neighborhood you'd want to raise your young children in?
No wonder they call this place Pittsburgh.
Well, that neighborhood does have just about every color of blue-collar crime there is. Before going any further, I need to get your names.
That's Jim and Alice Baxter.
What's your address?
12125 Fairfield Lane, Denver, Colorado.
Now, exactly what happened?
Well, like I was saying, this hotel was supposed to be located just 2 blocks from the Bradford Hotel of Pittsburgh. But when we got to where this hotel was supposed to be, I was going to ask this stranger, no, I did. I asked the stranger where this alleged hotel was. She then got very belligerent. She pulled a gun on us. Alice was terrified. Tell him how terrified you were, Alice.
I was terrified. Really, I was.
Then what happened?
Then she told us to lay down on the ground, face down, under my suit, all dirty.
Oh, but it's sure a pretty suit.
Thank you. I got it on sale, 30%
Alice! I was telling the story.
Tell it then.
Thank you.
Okay, go on. What's after that?
She then told us in a very hostile manner to give her our wallets.
Okay, stole your wallet.
That's right, she stole our wallets.
So in other words, you were robbed.
Hello? Obviously we were robbed. Please pay attention.
All right, did you get a good look at it?
Well,
She was wearing very dark clothing and a large black hat.
I don't know if the hat was all that large, but it was black, so it appeared rather big. That's the best description I can give you. Can you help us? I've no cash.
He has nothing, not even credit cards.
It's like Alice said, I'm nothing. She even said, what do we do, Jim? What do we do?
Okay, let me get this straight before we go any further. Oh, by the way, have a seat.
Thank you.
Now, you're on vacation, and someone stole your wallet and purse. You got no credit cards, no cash, nothing. What will you do? What will you do? I got it. You should carry American Express traveler's checks. If they are lost or stolen, they can be redeemed or replaced in over 50,000 locations throughout the United States and Canada. American Express traveler's checks. Don't leave home without them.
Really, Alice? First we need a baggage claim person, and we get a smart aleck. Then we need a cop. But what do we get instead? Carl Malvis. I'm telling you, Alice, not only is Pittsburgh reeking with garbage, it's also lousy with weirdos.
Okay, folks, come on over here and have a look at this mugshot book. Let's see if we can find this person.
Look, sir, that's her. I just made it right.
Who's her?
That's the one who robbed us.
Sure?
Of course I am.
Do you know who you have here?
No.
The famous Hotel Femme Fatale. She works mainly in hotels. Usually at that Bradford Hotel where you were at tonight. She always looks for tourists, usually couples who are down on their luck. She tells them where they can find a hotel or a motel, a restaurant, one that doesn't exist. Then she takes them there. She leads them to some dark alley instead. Actually, she gets what she wants. She holds them up after she gets what she wants. And then she's gone. But she always carries a gun, just in case. One of those stupid tourists gets stupid, it would be a stupid tourist anyway, refuses Then she kills him. What just happened?
Put that gun away! Have that. It says here that she always wears a black hat so that no one will recognize her. She's a master of disguises. She's known as Jane Barrington, alias Jenny Betchman, AKSI JK Jones. She's approximately 5 foot 9 inches tall and 125 pounds with really red lips. You know, she was rather attractive. Looked like she could have just stepped off that Charlie's Angels show.
Hey, I'm gonna watch that tomorrow night. Look, her show.
Heaven's sakes. She's wanted in at least 4 other cities besides Pittsburgh. These cities include Detroit, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Indianapolis. If you see her again, do not attempt to take the law into your own hands, but instead call the local FBI. She's armed and extremely dangerous. She's also considered mentally unstable and criminally insane and has multiple personalities. She's escaped from 3 prisons and 5 hospitals. Sounds like the daughter we always wanted but never had.
Well, come on, folks. I'll take you to that Red Cross shelter. You're sure to get a good night's rest.
Thank you. I don't know if I can even sleep after what I just read. I hate cheese sandwiches. I want to go to New York. Pittsburgh. Please don't.
My wild trip,
You'll
never get away.
And if you drink the water, it'll take you to your grave. Don't take a plane, who can guess where you're going? You've been in the land, or at least not alive. This is how you planned it to be.
Out of chicken salad, out of cold subs too, out of turkey sandwiches and no mulligan stew. You drank nasty water, it is brown with ick, with nasty bad bacteria. Now you're getting sick.
Flying through the air, not landing anywhere. We may give you a scare because we can't get you there. Please stay in your seat. Your needs we just can't meet. Please, sir, take your seat. Take your seat. Hang on tight. Fasten your belt. Enjoy your flight.
You never get away. And if you drink the water, it takes you to your grave. Don't take a plane, who can guess where you'll run? You may never live, or at least not alive. Is this how you planned it to be?
No, leave me alone. Go on. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Jim, wake up! Are you alright? What's the matter?
You wouldn't believe the nightmare I just had. I dreamt we were on the connecting flight from Chicago to New York, and some of the people we met on our vacation were there. There was a hotel manager and the guy from the restaurant. Even the lady that robbed us was there. And a bunch of other people too. Oh, I don't.
Was that it, or was there more?
No. Come to think of it, I think everyone was there. Even you. And you kept going on and on about how we must be landing because pilots don't otherwise fly through the clouds. And everybody had this evil laugh. Even you.
Oh, sweetie. How could you ever think I'd have an evil laugh?
I don't know. You just did. All part of the dream, I guess.
Well, let's over now. You're all right now.
I guess so. Oh, I hope we can still make it to New York.
I don't believe it. This is incredible.
Yeah. Imagine meeting you again for the third time.
This is the third $20 bill I found on this trip. Mr. and Mrs. Baxter, what are you doing here?
Imagine seeing you here. I wonder what the odds are.
They must be staggering.
Excuse me, I'm gonna be sick.
What's the matter with him?
Well, I don't know. Now that I look at him, he doesn't look well at all.
Perhaps you should have him see a doctor.
Oh, maybe I should. What brings you here?
Well, when I finally got my luggage, I caught a taxi I asked him to take me to the nearest train station where I might catch a train to Boston. And he told me that there was a transit strike on. So I asked to be taken to a hotel, but he told me that they were all full up for miles around because of a veterinarian's convention. Can you believe that? And then, because he'd had a very, very long day, I offered to buy him dinner. And so he took me to this great little Italian restaurant that he knew of, and he said that they had a great Italian sub sandwich, but they were all out of cold cuts. So he had to settle for the steak sandwich combo, and really, it wasn't that bad. The chicken salad I had was actually quite good. No, really, it was, and it's a good thing I had the lasagna on the plane, don't you think? Well, anyway, while I was there, I decided that perhaps I should go to the nearest homeless shelter where I might be of service, so here I am trading my medical expertise for a place to sleep.
Well, are you
Yeah, I'm a doctor, and I'd be happy to look at your husband
Oh,
if
it
you'd like.
hurts. Oh, Jim.
Gosh, I am so sick.
Oh, Jim. Mr. Cracker? He's a doctor.
Oh, is that right, Mr. Cracker? Well, doctor, maybe you can tell what's wrong with me.
Well, let's hope it's nothing serious. I have my things in a room back here. Why don't we all go there, and I'll give you an examination.
Well, Jim, as soon as that nurse gets here with your discharge papers, we can leave for the airport.
Good. And good riddance to Pittsburgh.
Oh, I don't know. Hospital staff has treated us nicely.
That they have, but, oh. Alice, I was so sick.
Oh, I know. Try not to think about it. Just think. In a few short hours, we'll be home with the kids again.
Oh, what a vacation this has turned out to be for you. I wanted it to turn out so special, and you deserve better.
Oh, don't worry about me. At least I got some sleep.
Yeah, but the cot they brought into my room, that couldn't have been very comfortable.
Wasn't that bad? Anyway, that way I could be close to you and take care of you.
What would I ever do without you? Now, do you have the plane tickets?
No, when Dad called to get our return tickets, they just said that we could pick up the vouchers at the ticket counter when we get to the airport.
Are you sure that's all we do?
Yes, I'm sure. Don't worry.
It's hard not to. After the week we've had, and to think it was just that little sip of water that got me into all this trouble.
Oh, try not to think about it anymore.
I'll try not to.
Oh, I'm not too late. Where are they? Oh, there you are, Baxter. Am I glad I caught you?
Caught us? What do you mean?
Oh, you're not going to believe what I have to tell you.
Alice, it's more trouble.
Oh, Jim.
Oh, no. On the contrary, this is good news.
Oh. Well, let me tell you, Mrs. Baxter and I, we could sure use some good news.
You just made a rhyme.
We got that famous hotel femme fatale.
You caught her?
We sure did.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yes, I heard. Where and how?
Well, it was just a few blocks from that Bradford Hotel. Up to real trick she was. Yep, it was right after we took you folks to that Red Cross shelter.
That same night?
That same night, yes. You see, we put a double patrol in that area because of your complaint. It had been several months since anyone had seen her. We thought maybe she left our city. One of our officers spotted her, wanted to check her out, just ask questions. But she panicked and ran. He chased her for a couple of blocks. till she ran out from an alley right in front of a moving car. Got knocked down. Ooh!
Oh,
And left unconscious. And you know, he searched her looking for identification. Guess what he found?
What?
Well, he found your wallet.
Yeah!
And your purse, Mrs. Baxter.
are my kids' pictures okay?
Oh, yes. We determined they're okay. Your credit cards and cash are all right, too. We left them down at the station for you.
Oh, did you hear that, Jim?
Yes, I heard.
You see, it was a couple of days before we knew where you were at, because those people at the Red Cross shelter didn't know which hospital the ambulance took you to. But that's not all.
Oh?
You see, there's a reward.
A reward?
A reward? What kind of reward?
Well, it's a reward for anyone with information leading to the arrest and capture of that person.
And
It's a reward for $10,000. And it's all yours and Mrs. Baxter's.
Oh, Jim! Did you hear it?
yes, I heard. I mean, yes, I heard.
Oh, maybe our luck is changing.
Hey, there's still more.
Still more.
Yeah, when Mayor Crawford heard about you folks and the hard luck you have since arriving in our city, he wanted to make it up to you by giving you a whole week stay in our grand hotel and the honeymoon suite, all expenses paid, and all your meals at the finest restaurant.
I don't know, Jim. What do you think?
I don't know, Alice. Pittsburgh?
He also has reserved for you 2 seats in the grand opening of our new opera house, showing the Phantom of the Opera with a touring group from New York City.
Alice! I don't know if Bruce can do without me at the office for another week.
He has also given you 2 tickets in the mayor's box at the opening game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos.
That does it. We're staying. I'm sorry we never made it to New York, but boy, Pittsburgh sure turned out nice.
We had a wonderful vacation.
Oh, so did I. You know, I will never forget the look on Giorgio's face when we came into his restaurant with the mayor.
I know she didn't ask for any water.
Oh, you're such a good sport. After all that we've been through, and you're still smiling.
Oh, I loved our second honeymoon. I'm looking forward to getting back to the kids and sleeping in my own bed, but it was a perfect vacation. Nothing could spoil it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Due to severe thunderstorms, we will be unable to land at Denver International Airport. We have been rerouted instead to Billings, Montana. Sorry for any inconvenience this may cause. We thank you for flying Global American Airlines.